final push to get this farm just crack-a-lacking.
Yes, good morning guys and welcome. Up on the screen, today's video, farming with Fatso, the best foreign farmer, or so he tells everyone. And in this video we are going to have a look at what makes Boss Hogg the best foreign farmer. And what better way to start than to listen to this clip, guys, taken from a video about 2.5 weeks ago.
So, as many of you know, made the decision to absolutely go 100% full speed ahead on the farm here to get it where it needs to be.
So there you hear him, guys. It's full steam ahead. We need to get this farm where it needs to be. And you have to question that, really. Question the timer, because at the height of the rainy season, about 3 months ago, he abandoned those fields. Never went anywhere near them. And when he eventually did go down there, the weeds were 5 feet tall. There was even trees growing in there 8 feet tall. Old Consing and Hippie were down there cleaning and chopping down those trees and burning them. And here we are now in the worst drought the Philippines has ever experienced, and Boss Hogg takes on this massive undertaking that we are going full steam ahead. Now, what kind of a clown, what kind of a best foreign farmer is that? Anyway, I want you to watch this clip, because the full steam ahead lump of lard is down at the fields, and he's having a look around and he makes this statement. Take a look at this from the clown, from the bottom.
I just looked at the what passes for the National Weather Service here in the Philippines. They're saying no rain for at least 2 months. It's getting dicey around here. I was just looking at the well, and this well was purposely dug extra deep. It was 23 feet, I think, when we were done with it. Now, of course, the pump's been running all day, but there's only about 4 feet of water in it. And it's been going down about 6 inches a week. So we've got, I don't know, 8 weeks at the maximum that this well will have usable water, deep enough to where we can pump it without damaging the pump. And our house well will go dry. Well, it's about 1.5 feet shallower than this one, as I recall. So, yeah, we do have water here. We're luckier than most.
So there he is, Mr. Arrogant, telling us all it's getting dicey. What passes as the weather forecast are predicting no rain for at least 2 months. He then goes across to the well and tells us all he's only got 8 weeks water left, and even less water at the shack. Now, you have to question this clown as to why, at the height of a drought, he's decided to go full steam ahead. What type of best foreign farmer is that? It is, you can't write this, you really cannot. It is absolute comedy gold. And don't forget, apart from the fields needing watering, he's got his crayfish and he's got his tilapia, which all require water. Now, He's got bananas also. They do require water. So I want you to take a look at this next clip, because this just about sums up this absolutely ramshackle dump that this lump of lard calls a farm. Take a look at this.
I need to do a little bit of Google work tonight and learn about the root systems of a banana tree. Because while I was doing this, I was asking myself, do I water each individual tree, or is it all the same tree? Do they all feed from a central root ball? It is so dry. I've come all the way down here. This is the extent of the hose, but I've almost made it all the way to the end. I'm going to spray these last few, and as you can see, it's running down the canal as well.
So there he is down by the piggery, watering the banana plants, and he come up and said that he's going to do some Google work this evening to find out what's the best way to water bananas. Well, I thought Tatai was the expert, Brian. Maybe you should have asked Tatai. He used to run banana plantations down in Mindanao, apparently. But guys, if you notice there, the trash, it's an absolute dump. There's no maintenance whatsoever being done there. There's banana trees that have collapsed and just been left. No clean up, no tidy up, nothing. And at the end of the clip, what you see is part of that piggery wall has collapsed onto the walkway and is just left. That just tells you everything about that farm. It's a setup, it's a stage setup. It ain't a farm. There's no maintenance whatsoever. But I've got another clip for you guys. Mr. Full Steam Ahead has some news for his supporters. So listen to this clip, because the begging bowl will be out very soon. Listen to the clown.
We got about, it's looking like, I don't know, 40% germination. So we're going to do a lot of replanting. By then, these will have started to come up, and we'll be able to do a replant here as well. Because it's looking like the seeds that we saved, we're going to get 50% germination if we're lucky.
So in that clip there, guys, he's showing us a field that they have just planted, and he says they've got about 40% germination. He then shows us a second field, and if we're lucky, he says, we'll get 50% germination in that field. And it's all leading to another failure. He's preparing these simpletons for the inevitable. And you have to ask yourself a question of this best foreign farmer, Brian Granville Smith. Why would you full steam ahead at the height of a drought? But I have another clip for you guys, and it's just to emphasise that water is scarce at the Bohovel. Take a look at this.
You know, this banana tree here has fallen. This is one of the few banana trees that, this little section of banana trees here, that has not been watered.
So in that clip there, guys, He's down by the side of field 2, and banana trees are collapsing because of lack of water. He says one of the few that are collapsing. Well, we've just shown you a clip previously there down by the piggery where there were a number of trees that had collapsed. So obviously Boss Hog has got a short memory, but we haven't. Anyway guys, I've got another clip for you, and in this clip he's talking about his irrigation and pump system. He's having a few problems. Listen to this.
What's happening is that the whole system is getting too hot. I mean, that pump is only a half horsepower pump, and it's only pulling 370 watts, I believe. That's not a lot, but it's continuous. That's some amperage going through it over time. And what is happening is that it keeps burning out the, after 4 or 5 days, it'll burn out the plug. And I think that's could have been what was happening on the temperature shutdown for the inverter. It was just getting too much impedance through the plug that was yesterday. We had brownout again. That's like 4 days in a row. So I turned on the inverter, and the inverter shut off instantly. Overload off. So I turned it on again, instantly. So obviously there has to be a problem somewhere. And because I was right around in the solar room there, I just started feeling stuff, and the plug where the pump was plugged in was pretty hot. And so when I tried to unplug that plug, it would not release. It had kind of it had started melting that the female end, and the plug was jammed in there. So I basically had to rip it out, and that destroyed the plug because it was already weakened.
So there you are guys, you heard him, and I have to say, Brian, yes, you do have a problem, and the problem is your ramshackle workmanship. The plug was welded into the socket. It was that hot. You couldn't get it out. You had to smash it to get it released. And that's a warning. That is the next step is a fire. He said it was melting the plug. You spent all that money, someone else's money by the way, on that irrigation setup, and now it's going to end up a fireball because you are an incompetent clown. So here we are, full steam ahead at the height of a drought, and your ramshackle, shoddy workmanship is going to put everything in jeopardy. Again, you say you are the best foreign farmer. Well, pretty soon, Brian, when that fire breaks out, you won't have a pump to be able to pump the water, if you've got any water, that is. And if you don't manage to burn the shack down along with the pump room, you are an absolute clown. And in this video, guys, I think we've proved it. Starting all these projects at the height of a drought, and the shoddy workmanship and the lackadaisical ramshackle setup this behovel bum comes out with is just absolutely unbelievable. So guys, till the next time, bye for now.
Final push to get this farm just crack-a-lacking.